Okay, this is 2-6, and we will be adding and subtracting with unlike denominators. Denominators are the numbers in the bottom of the fraction. So this here and this here, that's what we will be looking at. What do we do when they're not the same? So the first step always is that if you have mixed numbers, you need to rewrite them as improper fractions. And this is important because if we don't, if we have to go negative, it's going to get all mixed up if we keep them in mixed numbers. So we need to rewrite them in improper fractions if we have them. The second step is to find a common denominator, or you could find specifically the least common multiple, which would become the least common denominator. So let's take a look at example 1, and this is problem A. We have 1/8 plus 2/7. So my denominators are different, so I could find the least common multiple. In this case, it would just be 56. 8 times 7, they don't have any factors in common, so the least common multiple is multiplying them together to get 56. So I'm going to be multiplying 1/8 by 7/7, right? 7/7 is just 1, so I'm not changing the value, I'm just rewriting it so that I have a common denominator. And then that 2/7 I'm going to multiply by 8/8. Again, I'm not changing the value because 8/8 is just 1. So what is 7 times 1? That's 7. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 2 times 8 is 16. And 7 times 8 is 56. My denominators are now the same. That's what we wanted. So I just get to add the numerators across. 7 plus 16, 56. And 7 plus 16 would be 23, 56. And there's nothing I can do to simplify. 23 is a prime number, so I am done. The answer for example 1A is 23/56. Here's B. Now I see I have mixed numbers, so now I have to rewrite them as improper fractions. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1, and I get 7/6, minus 8 times 1 is 8, plus 5 is 13/8. Okay, so 6 and 8. What would be a multiple of both that they have in common? Okay, so I can make a list. If you remember from last year, we started with the bigger number first. So it goes 8, then 16. That's not a factor, not a multiple of 6. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 is a multiple of 6. And add 6 times 4 to get me my 24. So I'm going to take my 7/6 and I'm going to multiply it. Let's change colors again to blue. Okay, I want a common denominator of 24, so 6 times 4. So I'm going to multiply 7/6 by 4/4. And 8 to 24 is multiplied by 3, so 3/3. Okay, now you multiply across on both sides. 4 times 7 is 28/24, minus 13 times 3 is 39/24. My denominators are the same, so now I get to subtract my numerators. 28 minus 39/24. See how I didn't change the order? I will have a negative fraction here. 28 minus 39, that's the same thing. Remember, we can rewrite this as plus a negative. So I have a positive 23 with a negative 39. Signs are different. Find the difference. So 39 minus 28 is 11. And this 39 has a bigger absolute value. So it's a negative 11/24. And that is my answer. 11 is a prime number. There's nothing I can simplify. Some of you may have been able to go from this step to this step. Okay, That's awesome. If you can't get there yet, that's okay. Don't forget to show your work. But if you can go from here to there, no problem. Go ahead and do that. Let's try C. 4/5 plus 1/15. My denominators are different, so I need to find a common denominator, a common multiple. And I see this 15, and I know that 5 times 3 is 15. So I'm going to multiply by 3/3. And then this 1/15, I don't have to do anything to it. It's good just the way it is. So 3 times 4 gives me 12. 3 times 5 gives me 15. 12/15 plus 1/15. Add across, 12 plus 1, that's 13/15. And that is it. There's nothing I can do to simplify. One more. 2 1/6 minus 2 2/9. I have this mixed number again. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 gives me 13/6, minus 9 times 2 is 18, plus 2 gives me 20/9. Okay, what common multiple does 6 and 9 have in common? Well, I'm going to make a list. Let's see, it goes 9, and then 9 times 2 is 18, and I know 6 times 3 gets me 18, so that's good. 13/6, and I'm going to multiply it by 3/3 to get me that 18. And 20/9, I'm going to multiply it by 2 halves, 2 2s, to get me that denominator of 18. 3 times 13 is 39/18, minus 20 times 2, 40/18. And again, subtract the numerators across because now my denominators are the same. 39 minus 40, that would be a negative 1/18. And that is the answer. So sometimes your answers will be negative. That's okay. Don't worry. No problem. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at examples 2, 3, and 4. So tonight, we just learned example 1 and kind of the different ways that it can look. So it's your turn. Please do number 1, number 2, number 5, and number 8. Please do it on paper as if it's homework. And then in the Google form, please just write the answer. So I'm going to check the Google form to make sure that you watch the video. And don't forget to bring your paper tomorrow. I'm going to check to see your work on the paper. Okay? Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.